Today, we're letting the critics play Critical Hit. Get ready for Game Showdown. Yo, what's up? Welcome to Game Showdown. I'm your host, Blessing, Adeoye Jr., and I'm joined by 3 contestants. We have Tamoor Hussain.
Hello.
We got Janet Garcia.
Hello.
And we got Imran Khan.
What up?
And we're starting with a trivia question worth 10 points and the chance to start off start off strong in the game. Contestants buzz in to answer. Which playable character in the GameCube game Mario Kart Double Dash has the shortest name? Janet Garcia.
Toad?
Toad is the correct answer. That is 10 points for Janet. Contestants, how are you doing? Welcome in.
I was like, SHYGUY, the space count.
My first thought was Donkey Kong, and then I heard the rest of the question, and I'm like, that can't be right.
No, that can't be the right answer.
I figured if you're gonna ask it, it has to be not Toad, because like it must have been something like more not obvious.
Like Todd?
That's what I thought,
Yeah.
and I was trying to picture Kirby
That
in
was
a cart,
1D.
and I was like, was Kirby in a cart or no?
Also,
not
Kirby's
it.
5 letters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My heart is racing for that.
That's why I really like questions like this, because it is the thing of, is he fucking with me?
Yeah.
Which gets Andy all the time.
Yeah.
Like Andy, there was a question where I'm asking Andy,
Yeah,
like,
I'm at
oh,
118 right now, BPM. Let's
your heart rate
go.
picking
Oh,
up?
yeah.
Oh, hell yeah. But yeah, I asked Andy, I was like, oh yeah, what's this Pokemon who sheds its skin and all this stuff? It has snake-like creatures. And the options came down to Diglett and Dratini. And Andy's like, well, it must be Diglett, because no way it's just the obvious answer of Dratini, and then you missed it. And so, don't let me get in your head.
Yeah.
Or do. You know? Either way works.
But you're the one telling me not to let you get in my head, so is me listening to you, me
Get
letting
in
you?
your head?
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
getting in your head right now.
Is
Yeah.
it? Think about it while I intro the show. Remember, this is Game Showdown, Kinda Funny's nerdy game show that you can watch live right here on Twitch and on YouTube. If you love what we do, support us with the Kinda Funny membership on Patreon or YouTube to get all of our shows ad-free, watch them live, and get a daily exclusive show. Thank you to our Patreon producers, Carl Jacobs, Kieran Hoversapian, and Delaney Twining. Today we're brought to you by our sponsors, but we'll tell you about that later. For now, let's begin with what is, and forever will be, Round Robin. The rules are simple. Round Robin is a pretty straightforward question and answer game about video games. I'll give you a question. You have your buzzers that you'll use to buzz in and answer said question. You can buzz in once per round. If you give the correct answer, that is 10 points. Contestants, are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Ready.
Number 1. Moon, Pearl, Shield, and Yellow are subtitles in which Tamoor?
Pokemon.
That is the correct answer. That's 10 points.
I'm out of here. I've won.
Again, I'm not trying to get into your head. I'm trying to give you the, easy throws.
Yeah.
Next up, round number 2. It's time to order up. I want you to arrange the following games from the Sonic the Hedgehog franchise
Oh, crap.
in release order. The games are Sonic and the Black Knight, Sonic Rivals, Sonic and the Secret Rings, and Sonic the Hedgehog 4 Episode 1. Tamoor Hussain. Barry will also bring up the graphic with the games.
Can I get a graphic of the games?
I do not have a graphic. Of the game.
Oh, snap. Okay, well, I'll just
so-
read out the games. Again, the games are Sonic and the Black Knight, Sonic Rivals, Sonic and the Secret Rings, and Sonic the Hedgehog 4 Episode 1.
Sonic Rivals first? Are you going to tell me when I'm...
I'll tell you when you're done.
Okay. Sonic Rivals first. Black Knight.
Okay.
What was the other ones?
Secret Rings and Sonic Hedgehog 4 Episode 1.
Secret Rings and then Hedgehog 4.
That is incorrect. Janet
Okay.
Imran Khan. Janet Garcia.
Okay.
Okay, read him again. Also, he had more time to think because you got to read him so many times.
The games
Damn.
are Sonic and the Black Knight, Sonic Rivals, Sonic and the Secret Rings, and Sonic the
I'll go
Hedgehog
Black Knight
4.
Rivals. Give me the last 2 again.
Sonic and the Secret Rings in Sonic the Hedgehog 4 Episode 1.
I'll do 4 and then the Secret Rings.
That is incorrect. Imran, do you want to buzz in and guess?
Sure. Secret Rings is first. Rivals. Black Knight 4.
That is incorrect.
Damn.
The correct answer
Congratulations, we don't.
Rivals is the one I
No,
don't
it's
know.
fine.
It's a
I think we all win by
That's
not
fine.
knowing about
Yeah,
Sonic.
Exactly, the
Okay.
metagame.
is. So it is
Congratulations.
Sonic Rivals number 1.
Mhm.
That came out in 2006 for the PSP.
yeah. PSP was I was like, okay, because Secret Rings is a launch game.
Yeah.
So that one had to come like relatively first or close to first, but
Yeah, Sonic and the Secret Rings was the second one on the
Yeah.
list, which came out in 2007 for Wii. And then after that, you had Sonic and the Black Knight, which came out in 2009 for Wii. And then Sonic the Hedgehog 4 Episode 1 came out in 2010.
Mm.
So nobody gets the points for that one.
Damn.
Okay.
But again, don't let me get in your head. All right?
Stop it.
We move on to round number 3. This is a round of bullet points. I'm going to read to you details about a game, one bullet point at a time.
Okay.
It is your job to buzz in and guess what this game is. You can buzz in once per bullet point. We'll start off with the first bullet point. This third-person game features open areas to roam and drive around. Tamoor,
Mad Max.
incorrect.
What's the rule for like going again? Is he just out of the?
I'm out.
No,
Okay.
well,
I'm
you're
done.
out until
I'm
the next
cooked.
bullet point.
Okay.
So there's 6 total bullet points. That's the first one. Once I get to number 2, you can buzz in again.
Actually, I'll try.
Imran,
Burnout Paradise.
that is incorrect. Okay. Janet,
GTA San Andreas.
that is incorrect as we move on to the second bullet point. This game launched on GameCube, PlayStation 2, and Xbox. Tim,
Mercenaries.
incorrect. I love playing this game with gamers. Because I know you guys are smart. So like you guys have a Rolodex of games that you're going through in your mind right now.
Yeah, so many answers ran through my mind. I'm just choosing not to say them.
Yeah. Overwhelmed with choices.
If there's no answers, I'll move on to round number 3.
I got nothing.
Yeah, move on.
Number 3. This game features 7 levels over 3 separate maps, each with missions and a subplot. The player can control one specific character in each level.
That just made me more confused.
Tam,
Recall.
that is incorrect. Say Recore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't.
Remember, all these
around.
bullet points are for one game.
Yeah.
Also,
yeah.
it's GameCube. Anyway.
Oh,
Anyway,
yeah,
I'm helping you.
GameCube.
Never mind.
Yeah.
It's- Who knows what it is?
We'll move on to round number 4, or bullet point number 4. This is a licensed video game. So again, to catch you guys up, this third-person game features open areas to roam and drive around. This game launched Janet Garcia.
Lego City Undercover.
That is incorrect. Tam,
Oh, I can't remember if this was from that era. Wheelman?
that is incorrect.
Oh.
This game launched on GameCube, PS2, and Xbox. This game features 7 levels over 3 separate maps, each with missions and a subplot. The player can control one specific character in each level, and this is a licensed video game. I think Imran's the one left with a buzz in if you want to buzz in. Imran.
GoldenEye Rogue Agent.
That is incorrect. As we move on to our 5th
sounds
bullet point,
Yeah.
each level contains items the player can collect, such as coins, which can be gathered by either smashing Buzz Cola vending machines. Buzz Cola, Tam?
Simpsons Hit and Run.
That is the correct answer. It is Simpsons Hit and Run. That is 10 points for Tamoor Hussain. Round number 4.
Ooh.
We got a
Why am I so nervous? What's going
I know,
on?
right?
Janet juiced
It
me
might be
before
the
the start of this
poison that
thing.
was fed before.
This is
Yeah.
a-
Anything that
video
happens
game
before we
version
start
of the
recording
SACP.
is not relevant.
We got a messy mashup. I'm going to read to you a clue, which will be the description of a game. The answer will be the name of 2 games mashed up together. For example, if I said, in this game, sneak through top-down corridors while defending the Earth from alien invasion, the answer would be Metal Gears of War. All right, so you're taking 2 games, mashing them up into one title based on a connecting word. Contestants, are you ready?
Mhm.
The description goes like this. Lose yourself in the crisp, deep blue. Let me say that again to make it clear. Lose yourself in the crisp, deep blue. This is a game about piloting an aquatic organism through a surreal biosphere where players consume other organisms, evolve, and dive into the abyss. Pick up your mobile device and experience a narrative tale of heartbreak as you play through the life of a young adult navigating a relationship. That's the full description.
Damn.
I think I can figure out the second one. The first one doesn't match with what I think the second one is, though.
I'll give you a few seconds to think, and I'll read it one more time. Lose yourself in the crisp, deep blue. This is a game about piloting an aquatic organism through a surreal biosphere where players consume other organisms, evolve, and dive into the abyss. Pick up your mobile device and experience a narrative tale of heartbreak as you play through the life of a young adult navigating a relationship.
I ain't got it.
Okay, everybody stumped. It sounds like Imran might know the second game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember what the name of that second game is. I know exactly what game you're talking about. I just cannot remember what it's called.
If you think you know the second game, that might help you a lot with the first game.
I feel like the problem is I'm so convinced of what the first game is that I can't think of any other title that also matches it. So I'm like, but it also doesn't match the second one. So I'm wrong about something, obviously.
Janet, where's your head at?
What benefit is sharing that with you now? We're all done. I kind of can visualize the first game. I feel like it can't be right though because I don't think it could connect to anything.
Yeah.
I also didn't play the first game, but I've heard about it a lot, and I don't know if it's the game that I have in mind or just a different game. And I have no idea what the second one is.
I'll give you 5 seconds to answer.
Okay.
3, 2. The correct answer, Florence.
Florence!
Oh.
Florence was the second game.
I was thinking like ectoplankton for the first
Yeah,
one. I couldn't remember what
I did
it
not
was.
get flow at all.
I had flow the entire time.
So the
I
problem
started off at Subnautica, and then when you said
I'm like,
consuming, I was like,
ectoplankton, life is
flow.
strange. I'm like, that's all right.
The second you started with ocean, my head locked into endless ocean or
Yeah.
endless blue or something like
I
that.
had Abzu in my mind too,
And,
which
like-
is not like a
Yeah, and like
but
I couldn't connect it to Florence in any way I tried.
Couldn't remember what Florence was called. Shut up!
Yeah, so Florence, of course, the first game being Flow, which is the game from the same devs as Flower and the same devs as Journey.
Ironically, if you had done Flower first and then Florence, I would have been like, oh yeah, that's easy.
Yeah, easy.
Oh yeah, I think we
I'm
had
still salty about that Pokemon question.
we
I
had
knew that, but I
a
wanted to
messy
answer too
matchup
early.
that had Flower, I believe, in a recent episode. Unless I threw it away, I can't remember. But that was one that I did have a while ago. But yeah, Flow being the first game and then Florence being the second game. A wonderful game about heartbreak on mobile. Go play it if you haven't. Contestants, now from here on, correct answers are worth 20 points. And I'm not asking questions to the group. These are tailored questions for each contestant.
Oh.
And you only have 15 seconds to answer. Starting with Janet Garcia.
What's up?
Janet, just like me, you're a huge fan of Life is Strange True Colors. This game was developed by Deck 9, who formerly was known as Idle Minds. In 2005, as Idle Minds, the studio released a game based on a popular internet phenomenon. It was subtitled The Darkest Fairy. What was the internet craze this game was based on?
Can you repeat the subtitle?
The Darkest Fairy. And in 2005, as Idle Minds, the studio released a game based on a popular internet phenomenon.
I mean, it's just
you don't
me.
have to buzz
I don't
in.
know.
This is on you.
Vlogging.
Vlogging is
I figured.
incorrect. Now, Tim, Imran, because Janet got the question wrong, you guys have the opportunity to rob this round from Janet. And I'm going to give you multiple choice answers. You can buzz in if you know the correct one. So again, the question is, what is the internet craze this game was based on with the subtitle, The Darkest Fairy? The options are A, RuneScape, B, Neopets, C, Toontown Online. Tam.
Neopets.
Neopets is the correct answer. That is 20 points for Tam. Yeah, Neopets, The Darkest Fairy.
Originally, I was thinking Slenderman.
Yeah, same.
Slenderman, The Darkest Fairy.
I don't know what that says about us.
Yeah, it's kind of like a fairy-like
Yeah.
presence,
Yeah.
right?
I just remember being confused back in the day of like going to GameStop and seeing Neopets, The Darkest Fairy in stores and being like, what the fuck? What are we doing? Like, what's going on here? Round number 6. Tam, this is for you.
Okay.
In 2017, you gave a game an 8 out of 10 GameSpot review, saying, quote, playing this game reminded me of a scene from Star Trek I saw as a child. It involved Kirk and Spock playing an intense
Marvel vs.
game of
Capcom
chess.
Infinite.
That is the correct answer, yeah.
Like one
Marvel
was based
vs.
on
Capcom
personal
Infinite.
history and one was based on knowledge of the studio's really, really old project.
Well, Tam reviews so many games that I was like, there's no way he's going to
I
remember
was like,
this
hey, what's your
very
favorite
specific
color?
thing. I want to read the full thing because I would never have expected a Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite review to read like this.
That's why I went for that specific thing. I was like, what's the dumbest thing I can put in here?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
was it.
And that was what I was trying to find. I was like, what's a ridiculous Tam review? I can go into the depths and find. Fine. So it reads like this, right? Playing this game reminded me of a scene from Star Trek I saw as a child. It It involved Kirk and Spock playing an intense game of chess, but on 7 boards of varying sizes, all floating over each other. It was still a game of kings, queens, knights, and pawns, strategically moving between colored squares, but the multi-tiered playing field unraveled my understanding of its fundamentals. This game is much like Star Trek's three-dimensional chess, describing Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite.
I'm right though. I'm right.
Were you?
I'm right. In hindsight, that game is not very good. I think 8 out of 10 was correct.
8 out of 10, I think is
It just didn't look like ass.
Yeah. We got one more for round robin, and this is directed at Imran Khan. Imran, you're a huge fan of Final Fantasy VII. Cloud's iconic signature weapon is the Buster Sword, but it didn't always belong to him. Who is the original wielder of the Buster Sword? Imran says Angeal. Angeal is the correct answer.
Nice.
Angeal Healy. I was hoping you get tripped up
yeah.
and say Zach. That's what I was expecting.
Yeah.
No, Zach got it from Angio.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Price is cool?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because we all really needed to know the origin of the Buster Sword.
Yeah.
With that, Barrett, what's the score?
All right, now the score is
Holy
in
shit.
3rd place. I need her to show up a little bit more. Wake up, Team Janet with 10 points, but just 10 points ahead of her in 2nd place with points on the board. It's Team Imran with 20 points, and running away with the lead, it's Team Tam with 60 points, but it's still anybody's game.
Before we move on to our next game, let me tell you about patreon.com/kindafunny and youtube.com/kindafunnygames, where you can go and get the Kinda Funny membership, which allows you to get the show ad-free. And speaking of ads, let us tell you about our sponsors.
Kinda Funny turns 9 years old today. We could have made it 9 days without your support. That's why 2024 is all about doubling down on our shows and making it simpler than ever for you to get the most out of our content. Our revamped Kinda Funny membership is your one-stop shop for all our amazing content, which now includes on a weekly basis the Kinda Funny podcast, In Review, the Kinda Funny Games Cast, P.S. I Love You XOXO, the Kinda Funny X-Cast, the brand new series Kinda Funny Game Showdown. 5 episodes of Kinda Funny Games Daily, and 5 exclusive Gregway vlogs.
And 5 days of streaming fun with me and the gang here in our newly revamped streaming space. It's going to be filled with a ton of laughter and a whole lot of shenanigans. We'll see you there.
That's more than 20 pieces of content a week from an 11-person independent team in San Francisco. That's a lot. And to get the most out of it, all we're asking for is $10. $10 gets you the Kinda Funny membership, and that entitles you to ad-free versions of the shows, the ability to watch the podcast live as we record them, and the exclusive access to my daily show, Gregway. You can get your Kinda Funny membership on patreon.com/kindafunny or youtube.com/kindafunnygames. Yes, we are expanding our Kinda Funny membership offering to YouTube so people can take full advantage of the platform they prefer. If you want to go above and beyond the Kinda Funny membership to support us, we will still have higher Patreon tiers, albeit with some changed up perks. We just wanted to make the message as clear as possible that the $10 Kinda Funny membership is for the masses to get all of the core content people love. Everything above that is very appreciated. The support means the world to us. You all are the best. But the $10 Kinda Funny membership available on both patreon.com/kindafunny and youtube.com/kindafunnygames is where we see the value of what we do. Kinda Funny is a dream come true, and we wouldn't have it without you. We hope if you've ever enjoyed the content, you can support us for at least a month as we prepare for our biggest year ever. Until next time, it's been our pleasure to serve you.
And now it's time for our final game, Critical Hit. Tam, if you can pass out these whiteboards, markers, and erasers to everybody. You're not going to use these at first. These will come around later, but I just want them to be in your hands. The rules to Critical Hit are simple. Critical Hit is a game about video game reviews. I'm going to read to you review blurbs about a game, and it is up to you to buzz in and guess the game based on the review. Each round has 3 different blurbs for the same game. The earlier you guess the game, the more points you get, with a max of 30 points per round. But you only have 1 guess per blurb. The add-on is if you get the game right, you have the chance to guess the exact Metacritic score of the game for a Critical Hit to double your points for the round.
We're buzzing, not writing.
You're buzzing, not writing, yeah.
Oh.
Okay. I just want the whiteboards on deck for a little bit later.
Yeah.
We'll get around to that. Round number 1. Again, you're going to guess. I'm going to read to you the review blurb. You're going to guess what the game is. Let's start with a Game Informer review. Game Informer gave this game an 8.5 out of 10 and says, unfortunately, clunky controls prevent the game from being completely without frustration. A fixed camera, an omnidirectional right stick, and motion controls combined for an imprecise experience. That's the first one. If you got it, you can buzz in. Janet.
Star Fox Zero Mission.
That is incorrect. Tam.
Twilight Princess.
That is incorrect. Imran, do you want to buzz in?
Yeah.
Imran.
Yeah. Super Mario 3D World.
That is incorrect. As we move on to the second blurb, again, this is all for the same game. IGN gave this game an 8.3 out of 10 and says, it's also very pretty with great lighting and fog effects. A large swath of different styled environments to explore, plus the expected cartoony character animations. But most importantly, it plays great too, unless you like to invert the y-axis, which for some reason it can't do.
This is the same game?
Same game.
Yeah.
Okay. Jeez.
No one has it. We can move on to the third blurb.
Move on.
Let's move on. This is the last one. This comes from Games Radar. They gave this game a 4.5 stars, so 4.5 out of 5, and say, aside from sucking up the contents of a room, you can also perform a suction shot. Imran.
Luigi's Mansion 3.
Luigi's Mansion 3 is the correct
Nice.
answer. Because you got that on the third blurb, that is worth 10 points, unless you can guess the exact Metacritic score on the Switch for Luigi's Mansion 3 to double your points.
88.
88 is close, but it's not it. 86 is the
Ooh.
Metacritic, so you're right there. That is 10 points for Imran for that round. Let's move on to round number 2. IGN gives this game a 9 out of 10 and says, there are plenty of games which are celebrated for their gameplay, but lack anything in way of story or character. Max Payne 3 is a different type of fuck.
Max Payne 3.
Again. I didn't edit it out.
Max Payne 2.
we're gonna axe that one. We're gonna move on to the
When
next
you said
one.
that, there was
But-
my brain was going.
My brain was like, what?
Is he fucking with us?
Usually I do a better job. That's the second time now in this game that I've done that. God dang it.
I mean, I did buzz in first,
so
to be fair.
what I'll do is allow you guys to buzz in for the Metacritic. If you can tell me the
Okay.
Metacritic of Max Payne 3, I'll give you 10 points. Janet Garcia.
Okay. 83.
83 is incorrect. Imran.
87.
87 is incorrect. Tam.
91.
91 is incorrect. The correct Metacritic score for Max Payne 3, 86.
Oh.
86. So Imran was real close
Yeah.
there.
I should just guess 86 now because I keep.
Yeah.
Yeah, just lock in. Just keep guessing the
86.
same number.
What game is this? 86.
All right, let's move on to round number 3. Actually, I'll give you a tip of the hat for 87 because 87 is actually the Metacritic score for PS3 and PC.
Exactly what I had in mind. Yeah.
I'm going for 360 because 360 is where it got the most reviews,
yeah.
so that's where I pull from. But you're right there. Round number 3. Now I'm going to do a quick glance through to make sure I didn't put the game in here on accident. Games Radar gave this game 4.5 stars and says, graphics don't make everything, but here they certainly carry a bright, cheery mood through the whole game. Even though the main character's sister is missing and the villain is scheming yet another wild plot, it's hard to feel a sense of danger when everything looks like it's made out of candy.
I'm like, whose sister's missing?
Yeah.
Yet again seems to imply this is a series.
Yeah.
I don't know why I'm thinking out loud. That seems like a.
Yeah,
Fat Princess?
that is incorrect.
Oh.
We're going to move on to the next blurb. IGN gives this game a 9.6 out of 10 and says, simply put, this is one of the best games in the last few years and one of the most compelling reasons to pick up a GameCube immediately if you don't already own one.
What the I got nothing.
Our final blurb comes from Nintendo Life, who gave this game a 9 out of 10 and says players should not look too negatively on the sometimes tedious amounts of sailing required throughout the game. Tam,
Wind Waker.
that is the correct answer. Tam, that is worth 20
It's not
points.
full name, though.
Oh, sorry, that is worth
The Legend.
10 points because you got on the third blurb. You have the chance to double those 10 points if you can tell me the exact Metacritic of the Wind Waker.
96.
96 is the
Nice.
exact Metacritic of the Wind
Jesus.
Waker.
Let's
fucking
That is 20 points for Tamoor Hussain.
Not high enough.
Round number 4. PC Gamer gave this game an unscored review and says, getting to the good stuff can be frustrating though. You can technically play this game on your own using AI partners to fill the slots, but only in the sense that you can technically drink your own urine.
Jesus.
Finding a game can be harder than some of the levels. There's no matchmaking, only a server list, and this is yet another one of those games that uses RPG style leveling to render a rookie player practically worthless. Imran,
Borderlands?
that is incorrect.
Mm.
If nobody else has a guess, I'll move on to the next one. This next review comes from Greg Miller at IGN,
Oh,
who gave this game a 7.5 out of 10 and says, if you're looking for fun co-op multiplayer on the cheap, TM.
Avengers?
Incorrect.
Damn.
You thought Greg was at during Avengers?
Oh, I wasn't paying attention to the IGN part.
That's fair. Yeah, so if you're looking for fun co-op multiplayer on the cheap, this game fits the bill at $20. I enjoyed my time with it and wanted to play more with my friends. Working together to get the loot and the insanity of trying to get out alive are tense, enjoyable experiences. Issues like the clipping and generally blah presentation keep this game from being an amazing experience, but they don't stop it from being a good time. Janet,
Helldivers 1.
that is incorrect. Good guess, though. I like that guess.
I got nothing.
Let's move on to our final review. This comes from Machinima, who gave it a 75 out of 100 and says, if you do have friends who can't get enough of heists, then this, Imran,
Payday?
that is the correct answer.
Ooh,
Payday,
nice.
the highest. That is 10 points. Can you double your points by giving me the exact Metacritic score?
78.
No,
No.
it is a 70 on
Oh, wow.
Metacritic.
Damn.
Now it's
I
time
didn't like it that much, I guess.
for our bonus round. This is called Metascore Mayhem, and this is where you're going to need the whiteboards.
Oof.
I'm going to put 5 different games on the screen. I provided you each with whiteboards. I want you to organize these games from top to bottom based on what you think the Metascore is. For every correct spot, you'll get a whopping 20 points. The twist, if any of you get all 5 games correct, the game ends and we dish out scores as is. However, if no one gets all 5 correct, I'll tell you each how many games you have in the right positions and give you each one chance to change your answers. I won't tell you which games you have in the right position, just how many. Are you ready?
You said highest to lowest?
Highest to lowest.
So like number 1 would be like 100 and
Yeah,
the lowest
yep.
is like
Okay.
0.
Exactly.
Okay.
Barrett, if we can bring up the games. You have 60 seconds. The games are Doki Doki Literature Club, Assassin's Creed Syndicate, XCOM 2, Mario Kart Super Circuit,
Do we have to write the full name?
and Max Payne. No, you don't. As long as I understand where you're going at.
So we're just writing the name of the game, right?
Yep. Right in the game in the order. You don't have to write down the Metacritic or anything. I just want the order of the Metascore.
Is there a con to like if you fuck them all up? Not really, right? Technically.
It is 20 points per correct spot. And if nobody gets all 5 correct, you have one chance to correct your answers.
I never know which Assassin's Creed everyone says sucks and which one people like.
There's a lot of both.
That's the thing. It's like all, any of them.
Contestants have 15 seconds left. Looks like Imran is locked in.
Well, we can like shape. Actually, whatever. I don't know.
Jan is locked in.
Yeah.
And time is...
And we shouldn't like look
Up.
at like the monitor to see other people's stuff, or what's the situation there?
Well, we're gonna read out everybody's
well,
stuff, and then I'm gonna break it down in front of everybody. So you're gonna have all the information here in a second. Let's start off
Oh, wait.
with Imran Khan. Imran, what order do you have?
I have XCOM 2 at the top.
Mhm.
Doki Doki Literature Club right after that. Max Payne as third. Super Circuit beyond that. And Syndicate as the last one.
Sorry, what was the last 3 you said?
Max Payne, Mario Kart, Assassin's Creed.
Gotcha. Janet, what do you got?
I have Doki Doki at the top, Max Payne, XCOM 2, Mario Kart, Assassin's Creed.
TM.
I got Mario Kart, XCOM 2, Doki Doki, Max Payne, Syndicate.
Get up on that mic, Tim.
Sorry, my bad. Mario Kart, XCOM 2, Doki Doki, Max Payne, Syndicate.
So, Imran, you had 1 game in the correct spot.
Hell yeah.
Tim, you have 2 games in the correct spot.
I'm scared.
Janet, you have 3 games in the correct spot. So what's going to happen is Barrett's going to throw the games up there again. You're going to get 60 more seconds. If you want to, you can change your answers. You can go off of other people's answers. If you feel confident with the amount that you have right, you can just stick with your answers. Remember, each correct spot is worth 20 points.
When are we like done moving them though?
Just after this round.
Do we do it like a third time?
No.
This next one's like we're locked in.
Yeah, this one is you're locked in.
Ah, damn. What are you thinking, Imran? You know, if you were to think aloud, what would you say?
I'm thinking Doki Doki is probably gonna be top because
I like your XCOM at the top though. I'm not fucking with you. by the
30
way.
seconds out.
I remember XCOM 2 actually.
I think
not-
we can
not-
both agree that we need to like come back from Tamoor.
Yeah.
I might just stick with what I have. You know, the coward's move. But I feel like you nailed it with that XCOM up there.
I feel like I remember it actually not reviewing that well because I didn't have controller support at the beginning.
I like the scheming.
10
no.
seconds out, contestants.
So I will
Okay,
say
I'm just gonna lock.
I will
You should
say-
go for it though.
I will say
I have
Janet-
more to lose than you, so you should go for it.
Jenna absolutely distracting the fuck out of me as I tried to do that.
And time is up. Let's start in the opposite direction. So Tam, what you got for me?
Max Payne, Doki Doki, XCOM, Mario Kart, Syndicate.
Janet, what you got for me?
I'm sticking with the same thing. I put Doki at the top, Max Payne, XCOM, Mario Kart, Syndicate.
Imran, what you got for me?
I just realized I changed all of them even though you told you one was
I
right.
just did the same thing.
So I did Doki Doki, Max Payne, Super Circuit, XCOM, Syndicate.
All right.
Hmm.
Tam, you have 2 in the right space. So that is 40 points overall for Tam for that round. Imran, you have 2 in the right space. So that is 40 points overall for that round for Imran. Janet, you have 3 again in the right spots. And so you have 60 points overall for that round. So the correct answer goes like this. At number 1, we have Mario Kart Super Circuit with 93 on Metacritic. Under that, Max Payne with 89. Under that, we have XCOM 2 with 88. Under that, at number 4, we have Doki Doki Literature Club with 85. And in last place, we have Assassin's Creed Syndicate with 76 on Metacritic. Which brings us to our final score. Barrett, break it down.
In last place, fighting like a champ, but it wasn't enough, was Team Janet with 70 points. Still, only 10 points ahead in second place was Team Imran with 80 points. And the winner of today's game showdown, it is none other than Team Tam with 120 points.
Thank you. I am
Congratulations,
surprised myself.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tam came in here being like, "Ooh, man, I got a headache. I
I've
don't know
still
how to
got,
perform."
somehow the headache is worse, so Janet has poisoned
That
me.
does not make us
that's
feel better.
Before the show, Janet gave Tam like a pack of spice from Dune. And
I am now addicted to something.
I'm still surprised you were asked about a review you wrote. I think
Yes.
that's kind of the most surprising part of
Well, it
this.
always stumps Greg when I do it, you know.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, maybe
And
it's
why
like
is
that. That's
Something
fair.
to think on.
This has been
fun.
another edition of Game Showdown, Kind of Funny's Nerdy Trivia Game Show. You can watch us live right here on Twitch and YouTube every Friday. Of course, Tam, Janet, Imran, thank you guys so much for joining me. Go follow them on social. Go support the work they do. And yeah, show them some love. Until next time, I've been Blessing. It's been our pleasure to serve you.